Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to day 2 of our Daytona Bike Week loop that we're doing for 2021. Today we're going to jump back on A1A at Fort Pierce and go north this time. There's a split or a gap in A1A here at Fort Pierce, and we're going to go north and go to the Kennedy Space Center today. I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't been there for years and years and years. So we'll get started here shortly. Highway 1 comes out of Georgia near Folkston and then runs the entire length of the state of Florida from the northern Georgia-Florida line all the way out to Key West. A1A, which we're riding on this morning, is like a spur off of US Highway 1, and it goes along all the barrier islands of Florida right along the coast. From the video this morning, you can see that A1A runs through all sorts of different communities. Some of them are quite posh with multi-million-dollar homes. Some of them are just normal, average, everyday homes. It also runs through state forest land, national seashore, and the views everywhere, even if you're going through town, are usually pretty interesting, but the views along the coast are absolutely stunning, with a lot of different places where you can stop and head out to the beach. You'll also find high-rise condominiums, like in this shot here, and high-rise hotels all along A1A. Here's a slingshot. They're quite popular here in Florida. When you see buildings shaped like a space capsule, you know you must be getting close to Cape Canaveral. Hey, we made it to Kennedy Space Center, and you can see that they have an outdoor display of some of the rocket and the rocket boosters. It's pretty cool, so I'm pretty excited to get inside. This particular rocket is just in the process of being installed here for the visitor center. It's pretty cool. As I look at these rockets in awe, I'm amazed at the astronauts' bravery in going into space. It seems like most of these rockets, it would be like being strapped into an aluminum pop can and being shot off with extremely flammable fuel. Their bravery in the pursuit of space exploration just amazes me. For those of you who might not be familiar, the Gemini missions were about getting man in space and learning how to operate in the space environment. The Apollo missions were all about getting man to the moon and landing on the moon, which was from the Gemini and Apollo missions were from my childhood, so I always paid pretty close attention to them. And then we had the Space Shuttle, which is about continuing our scientific studies in space along with the International Space Station. The first exhibit that we went to was the Nature and Technology exhibit. This one left me a little confused because it had nothing to do with rockets. It was more of natural history, information about what Cape Canaveral was like prior to it being developed. It was interesting, but if you're on a time crunch, this is an area where you can probably skip and go straight to the rockets. It gets much better. You'll find many models like this that are available for viewing that mirror what the actual items are. And in this particular case, it's an Apollo spacesuit. This one I believe is real. Here's a mock-up of one of the rovers that went to Mars. How cool. In this clip, you can see the solid fuel boosters in the liquid fuel tank, which attach to the shuttles. The solid boosters were jettisoned, but the liquid fuel tank went with the shuttle into space. In the shuttle exhibit hall, they have Atlantis on display with the bay doors open. You can see from the second story the whole interior of the bay, and from the lower story you can see the underside of the Atlantis. Hanging from the ceiling, they have this exhibit with the jetpack on. How cool would that be, to be free in space, just floating around, untethered, with a jetpack? I can't begin to tell you how big this thing is. This is the underbody of the Atlantis shuttle. This is really cute. They've got like a mock-up International Space Station that kids can crawl in and play around in. Pretty cute. Here's Roy with the shuttle wheels. I don't know if this model is an original, but it is at least a copy of the original glider model to demonstrate the feasibility of having a shuttle glide back to Earth. In these next two clips, there is a hallway that's dedicated to the memory of the shuttle astronauts that were lost. Two crews were lost, so they have one crew on one side of the hall and the other crew on the other side. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right in there.
American flag and NASA and that tower.
And I think that's where they assemble the rockets at. How cool is that? Astronauts use this T-38 trainer to fly between Houston and Cape Canaveral. Mock-up of the new Orion space capsule and rocket. Pretty cool. I don't know if you can see this, but the Mercury heat shield was 6 feet and 2.5 inches. The Gemini heat shield was 7 feet 8 inches. The Apollo heat shield was 12 feet 10 inches, and the Orion heat shield will be 16 feet 6 inches. As you can see, we've entered the next building that is dedicated to basically Mars exploration. They have a lot of neat displays here that show you the past and current rovers that are on Mars, and the Orion space capsule that's being developed for a trip to Mars. These are all really neat. And the heat shields were a comparison in the evolution of the rockets and how much bigger the Orion will be compared to all the other rockets. Here I am being a big kid getting my picture taken with somebody dressed up in a spacesuit. There were two things I didn't video. One of them was the Space Mirror Memorial, and I did that because the sun just wasn't facing right for me to be able to get good video. And the other is the Planet Play building, which is tailored for little kids. Be great for parents and grandparents, but we skipped over that after taking a quick glance. The last building that we're in here that you're seeing videos of is called the Heroes and Legends, and it just kind of gives a history of the astronauts from the beginning of Mercury, Gemini, through Apollo, through the shuttle, and onward. And they had a really good display of the Gemini capsule there that was really cool. One of the things that was missing was pretty much the whole Apollo missions, but it looks like they're building a whole new building that my guess is will house all the information and memorabilia and exhibits for the Apollo missions and the moon landing. With the day coming to a close and the sun setting as we're heading back to our hotel, we were in for one more surprise. We got stopped at this drawbridge and were able to watch a couple of sailboats go through the drawbridge before we went on our way. It's been quite some time before I've been stopped by a drawbridge, so it was kind of a fun experience. Settled in. We've got our hotel room sorted out, and now we're getting some barbecue at Woody's in Palm Coast, Florida. Well, I hope you like this video today. I'm going to try and edit it so that it's really good, because the Kennedy Space Center was awesome. We spent probably about 3 hours there. So if you like this video today, please give it the big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Take care.